Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Be Encouraged Moments. As always, we are so grateful that you guys are here and that you're joining us on these videos. We definitely just find so much joy out of seeing the little view numbers get higher and higher and higher.
Awesome.
So keep sharing, keep watching. We love it.
Yep.
Today, we are going to be talking about St. Patrick's Day. I love this topic. I love all things Irish. I don't know if it's because of the redhead vibe or what. I'm not real sure. But I love the music. I love the culture. I love the history. So I really enjoy this holiday. So I thought it would just be really fun to bring it here. Because as you guys know, St. Patrick's Day is on the 17th. And I got to questioning, though, who is St. Patrick and why does he get his own holiday? And I mean, I do know some of the history. I didn't realize how much I didn't know, though, until I started going down the rabbit hole of looking at this stuff. So I just wanted to share it with you guys so that you guys have like a better understanding of what you're celebrating with your little ones and why this holiday is important for a lot of people. So like I said, I'm not gonna lie, there was definitely things in this that I didn't know, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of reading because I didn't steal, but I borrowed a lot of this information from the internet. The bulk of this came from history.com, and I mean, you can find all kinds of cool information about St. Patrick's Day and the origin and the history and stuff like that. So the most interesting thing that I want to start right off the bat with I know a lot of people don't realize. Now this is one of the facts I did know, but I thought it was really interesting how many people don't realize that St. Patrick isn't actually Irish, but he found his faith while being held prisoner by a group of Irish raiders. I just think that's really cool in and of itself. Like, everyone associates this St. Patrick with Irish, but do they know why? So here's the story. Okay, St. Patrick was actually born in Great Britain, not Ireland, as I already stated. He was born to wealthy parents near the end of the 4th century. He is believed to have died on March 17th, hence the St. Patrick's Day date. Although his father was a Christian deacon, it has been suggested that he probably took on that role because of tax incentives, and there is no real evidence that Patrick came from a particularly religious family. Okay, so more questions starting to build. At the age of 16, Patrick was taken prisoner by a group of Irish raiders, as I already said, who were attacking his family's estate. They transported him to Ireland, where he spent the next six years in captivity. Okay, so how, again, does he get associated with Ireland? Okay, this is cool.
Here we go.
During this time, he worked as a shepherd outdoors and away from people. Lonely and afraid, he turned to his religion for solace, becoming a devout Christian. It is also believed that Patrick first began to dream of the idea of converting the Irish people to Christianity during this captivity. After more than 6 years as a prisoner, Patrick escaped. According to his writing, a voice, which he believed to be God's, spoke to him in a dream telling him it was time to leave Ireland. To do so, Patrick walked from County Mayo, where it is believed he was held, to the Irish coast. After escaping to Britain, Patrick reported that he experienced a second revelation. An angel in a dream tells him to return to Ireland as a missionary. Soon after, Patrick began religious training, a course of study that lasted more than 15 years. After his ordination as a priest, he was sent to Ireland with a dual mission: to minister to Christians already living in Ireland and to begin to convert the Irish. Okay, here's another interesting fact that people normally or often get confused. The mission that he had contradicts the widely held notion that Patrick introduced Christianity to Ireland. That wasn't the case. It was how he introduced or how he worked as a missionary in Ireland that's really interesting. Okay, so here we go. Familiar with the Irish language and culture, Patrick chose to incorporate traditional rituals into his lessons of Christianity instead of attempting to eradicate native Irish beliefs. I think that's just so cool. For instance, he used bonfires to celebrate Easter, since the Irish were used to honoring their gods with fire. He also superimposed I love this one, superimposed a sun, a powerful Irish symbol, onto the Christian cross to create what is now called a Celtic cross, which is one of my favorite crosses, by the way.
Yeah, mine too.
So
I have to wear it.
I know, me too. So the veneration of the symbol would soon seem more natural to the Irish. Although there were a small number of Christians on the island when Patrick arrived, most Irish practiced a nature-based pagan religion. The Irish culture centered around a rich tradition of oral legend and myth. If you take this into consideration, it is no surprise that the story of Patrick's life became exaggerated and over the centuries spinning exciting tales to remember history, and as has always been a part of the Irish way of life. Which, that was one of the fun things when I went down this rabbit hole of some of the really just out there things about St. Patrick. Okay, so he may be known as the patron saint of Ireland, but Patrick was never actually canonized by the Catholic Church. This is simply due to the era he lived in. During the first millennial, there was no formal canonization process for the Catholic Church. After being a priest and helping to spread Christianity throughout Ireland, Patrick was likely proclaimed a saint by popular acclaim, which is, again, another really cool fact. That was one I didn't really know. I thought he was an actual saint. Okay, so all of this is obviously St. Patrick's story, and you guys know me, and I love my history, and I love going down rabbit holes. I think there was a lot of really cool information that was included in this, but once I went down this rabbit hole, it was like, why do we wear green? Yeah. Surprising facts about the holiday, legends and myths, where is it celebrated? How is it celebrated in different cultures, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And obviously I could bring all of that to you, but this would be like a 2-hour-long video if I did that. So, go and read about the holiday. Don't just celebrate it in the old fashion that you always have. Try to have some understanding as to why you're celebrating it, either with your little ones or with your loved ones, whatever the case may be. Okay, but the one thing I thought was really interesting, there was one statement I kept finding over and over again that I just had to share with you, and it doesn't surprise me at all. But the holiday was traditionally a more solemn occasion on the Emerald Isles until Americans got involved. Again, that doesn't surprise me at all. We took it over the top. We added leprechauns and, whatever else we added. And I just, I think but again, some of that also ties back to the myths and the legends and the stories and the culture of Ireland, and just go learn more. So, today I want you guys to get excited about March 17th, but I want you to get excited in a new way. I want you to understand why you're celebrating it. So be encouraged as always, and today I want to leave you with a St. Patrick's Day blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine upon your face. The rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hands. Thank you, as always, for joining us for our Be Encouraged moments.